To go or not to go? That's the question. Many say Groningen is the bike capital of the world, but lately this seems to be threatened by the appearance of huge amounts of rental scooters in the city. So why do so many students switch from bikes to scooters? What are the benefits? And what are the downsides? To find out, we asked avid user Andrew Oduber and non-user Sabrina Stroe to tell us more.
Hi, my name is Andrew. I go to Hanze and I'm studying game design. So I first noticed the scooters just around the city, parked, and people just scooting around for a bit. And I wasn't really sure what it was. I thought it was a lessons or something like that. And then I looked it up and I saw that it was a rental service. So I was very interested. I've always wanted to drive a scooter. I haven't before renting one. So I did and I fell in love with it.
Okay, so what I think about these services, Go Sharing and Felix, well, they are good for the environment, that's for sure, because they're electric, but I do not use it because it's quite expensive, and especially for students, and I am a student, and I believe more than half of the people here in Groningen are students. And I actually make some calculations from my home and, for instance, to Zernike campus, how much I will pay, for instance, 5 days a week. If I will use Felix or Go Sharing service. And actually it was way more expensive than the bus, and not mention bicycle, which is for free.
I think in the end, the price, it's not that expensive. If you compare it to public transport, but also if you compare it to owning a scooter, you have to buy a scooter. You have to take insurance. You have to buy gas or you have to charge it yourself. You have the responsibility of your own scooter. If it's stolen, you got a problem. So if you calculate all that costs of owning your scooter, I'm sure that it's not a lot cheaper than only using it when you need it. You don't have to stall it. Other thing is, it's actually meant for the last mile solution. The last mile, so 2-3. The average is 3 to 4 kilometers of using it. So yeah, if you rent a scooter for driving around all day, it's far too expensive.
I have been using them since June. Back in June is when I first saw them in summer, and I rented one and went out for a ride, and it was really nice, and I liked it, and I just kept using it for basically everywhere I would go. I even stopped my subscription with a bike agency, and so yeah, I don't cycle much, not that I need to since Corona, but I've been using it quite often.
I think it's very expensive. I think it's too expensive for students. It's like, I don't know, like 20 euros per week from my place to Zernike, for instance, if I'm gonna go there each day for 5 days. So yeah, that's the point. And also the parkings. I mean, I understand it's flexible, you know, that you can park it wherever in the city, but it looks a bit chaotic. I mean, one there, one scooter there, and one scooter there. I mean, it's not like a collective place where you can, you know, put the scooter on.
A bike is a lot cheaper. Walking is a lot cheaper. So we can never compete, but we don't want to compete with walking, and we don't want to compete with cycling. That's a lot better. But it's just when you're not able to cycle, or when you're not able, or the distance is too far to walk, then it's a good solution. In the summertime, we also saw people driving around all day. Yeah, that's fine, but there are better solutions for that. It's a sharing scooter. It's not. The pricing is not for renting it all day.
So the reason why I like them so much is because it was just so easy to get around the city, and not having to wait for a bus, or it's also faster than a bike. So it's a bit of a middle ground, right? So yeah, I like it. I can just get one whenever. I don't actually know that many people that use it. In my immediate friend group, only one other person rents these scooters. Since they've been in the city, I have noticed that they're very much everywhere, and I can see how that is a con. I am not innocent of that myself. I have parked it just wherever because there's no real restrictions on where you can park it. So I can see that being very annoying for other people and bikers and other people trying to park their scooters.
Because of the parking thing, it's something it's irritating me sometimes a little bit. This is a picture I made half an hour ago. It's not about the scooter. Yeah, it's also the scooter, but there are also the bicycles. And this is a thing we see a lot. So I know sometimes our scooters are not parked the way it should be. But the thing is, because they are green and they are with 300, people see them, and people don't see this anymore. But this is also a big problem.
Okay, so I really like the scooters. I find them really fun and useful. So I will keep renting them, and you will see me scooting around the city. So
we can never make sure 100% of our scooters are parked good. We can never make sure of that. There will always be a part and always be a few people who think they're, I don't know if the English term burst-free, vogelvrij in Nederlands, if that's the right thing, but that's what the picture I showed you. You can also see how people behave with their own scooter and their own bicycles. It's also not 100% good. But I think the worst was the first few weeks we started, and after that it's only getting better every day. Groningen is very positive about the scooters. I see most of the reactions I see also when it's when there are articles about our scooters in the papers or on social media. The reactions you see are also a few, they don't like it, but most of them are very positive. So I really think we can make a change here. I will wait for that. I really think we can make a change with our sharing scooters and in the future maybe other kind of transportation. But we first have to get used to it, and at this moment it's an addition on every bike, on every car, on every scooter already inside the city. But if you can really make that movement, that behavior change from owning to sharing, it will get a lot better.